I'm with Saleem Anfous from the Emmanuel Church here in Bethlehem. You've just been to Jordan recently to visit Syrian refugees. Why did you, as a Palestinian, want to go and help the refugees there?
Well, everybody knows, and we know that what's going on with the Syrians. We've had the same situation about 60 years ago. Both of my grandparents, they're refugees from Haifa, and so we kind of have went through the suffering that the Syrians are going through right now.
And what did you do when you were there?
Most of the time that we were there, we were visiting families. Just kind of like almost day and night, we go visit families, about 6 families a day.
And was it easy actually for you as a Palestinian to get there into Jordan?
Yes, it was easy to get to Jordan. We do this regularly. There's a lot of people that's the only way that we go to is through Jordan. And then we just took the bus to Mafraq, which is the area where there is the refugees.
And how many refugees are in Jordan at the moment?
According to when we asked when we were there, there's almost 500,000 refugees, either both in camps, refugee camps, or refugees who are living in cities but in like little homes or little like apartments.
So people are actually still living in tents at the moment?
Yes. There's the Zatari camp, I think it's called. It's up north. Yes, it's a huge camp area. The people are still living in tents.
And what sort of people did you visit? Did you visit camps or did you visit people in their homes?
No, most of the people that we visited were people in their homes. Yeah.
And how were you received by the refugees?
They were very, very welcoming. The church that we work with there, they do this regularly. They visit the homes regularly. So with their help, we were able to go there and just being introduced that we're from Palestine. We're coming here to support you. We're coming here to encourage you. We're coming here to help you and give you hope. It was very welcoming. It was very nice.
Are the refugees happy to receive aid from Christians?
Yeah. Actually, we've heard a lot from the people that we went there and visited them that they're very thankful for the church there. The church is one of many organizations, either Christian and Muslim organizations in Mafraq area, where they support a lot the refugees. And that church has been doing very well by not just giving aids and support, but also visiting them regularly and making sure that they're okay, building relationships. And that just created a good relationship with the refugees. They love the church. They love the people in the community there because they know that they're friends. They're not just another organization that wants to just give aid.
So it's more about building a relationship to be a testimony and a witness as well, isn't it?
Exactly, yes.
Yeah. And how the Syrians that are there, have they lost everything when they came across?
A lot of the families that when we asked them where's your home or do you have any news about your houses or your homes, a lot of them they told us that either all of what they had in their homes have been stolen or that some of their homes they have been destroyed.
So I guess a lot of people have actually seen death and destruction as well, have they?
Oh yes, a lot of them they told us stories of either really close relatives that they've been killed or situations that they've been through that they've got beaten or seen things that it's been rough and it's been hard for them.
Yeah, what sort of stories did they tell you about?
For example, one of the families that we went to visited, it's a very nice family. They had a boy about 8 months old. They moved from Syria 6 months ago, and they told us one of the checkpoints or they had their military checkpoints because of the war. They said that one of the checkpoints they were passing by, they stopped them, and the men there, they had to actually put the baby on the ground, take all his clothes off, just kind of as a punishment for the family because they're leaving their homes. And when the mother was trying to kind of protect her baby, they actually, with the gun, they actually started beating her up because she was trying to do that.
Now, is it easy for these refugees to get out of Syria into other countries?
It seemed like it was easy, but it's not like easy in the sense that they could, but the traveling itself is not easy. One of the families we visited, they told us that he was still waiting for his sister to come. The day that actually we arrived, his sister came, and they told us that it's been 11 days that they had no contact with his sister and her family. They're moving, and when she told us her story, that for 11 days she was traveling with no contact with anybody, and she was really just finding bread on the ground, dipping it in water and feeding it for her children, just so they could survive those 11 days, so she could pass by and come to Jordan.
I guess some of the refugees still have family members still in Syria, and they don't know how their families are.
Yeah. There's a lot that some of them they do have some contact with. Many that they really don't know how are they doing. One of the families, the mother said that she still has two boys. She still have two boys living there in Syria, and she for about a year she doesn't know anything about them.
And what's the mood amongst the refugees at the moment?
You could definitely feel that they have so much pain, so much sadness. When we go to their homes, they are still watching the news, feeling how much it's sad that they're outside of what's going on, but they had nothing to do. They've lost so much, and yet they're living in an area that it's not their home. It's not easy. There's a lot of people are trying to put so much stress on them. They're not allowed to work in Jordan. So they can't make money to survive. They live in homes that technically they're just one room with a kitchen and a bathroom, and the rent is about 200 dinars. So it's a lot for them. And yet you could still feel that even though despite of those things, when we go visit them, they smile. They're happy. They welcome us. They give us tea every time we go there. They like to talk with us, even though that they have so much pain. Yet they're very welcoming, and that's a good feeling that they have.
Was it easy to minister to their needs there?
Yes, especially as we said, like as a Palestinian coming from a place that we struggle and we still have so much problems that we're facing. We as one of the pastors told us, our wounds are the same, but our wounds are older than their wounds, and so we know what they're going through. So when we go and talk with them and just kind of help them out, tell them, listen, you know how we suffered, and now we understand how you're suffering. And we're telling you that with our suffer, we try to find hope and peace, and we're finding it. And so you could too. You could find hope, you could find peace, you could find that one day you will have the strength to go back to your homes and see peace and hope.
And are you hoping to go again sometime?
Oh, definitely. I would love to go not just once or twice, but many times as possible, just to encourage as much as possible of either friends, family, teenagers, couples, anyone who would love to go there, to go and help people there, because it's not just helping them, it's also encouraging us to feel very strengthened that with our simple just visiting people, visiting people and just encouraging them and helping them and supporting them is enough to know that it's even strengthening us in the midst of how we live.
Are you able to share your faith while you're out there?
Yes, many times. Almost every house that we go to, because they know that we're Christians, we do ask them. We would like as Christians to pray for you guys. I mean, we would love to pray for you for your needs. We do ask them for their needs, and we pray for them.
And what's your prayer finally for Syrian refugees struggling at the moment in the refugee camps?
My prayers and my hopes is as what we told them. One of the things I shared with them is Job, when he suffered so much, yet he still had hope in God, and he still believed, and he had strong faith in God. God did listen to him. He did not forget him, and that's our prayer as well as an encouragement for them. As what we told them is also as a prayer is with the suffering that they're going through. We hope that they won't lose faith in God, but to strengthen their faith in God. And with that, God will definitely hear their voices, and he will one day give them back what they owned and send them back to their homes. Hopefully one day, instead of going to Jordan to visit them, maybe we could go to Syria and actually visit them.
That'd be great. Okay, Saleem, thank you very much.
Thank you.